Hey guys, Slacker here with my latest DIY project, camera slider for my GoPro camera. Pretty psyched about it and thought I wanted to share it with you. It's really simple to make, it's really simple to use, and it's cheap. Three good things. Okay, so what do we need? Tool-wise, we need a drill bit, measuring device, instant glue or epoxy glue if you have it. Need a file, a pair of pliers, a saw. Material wise, you're gonna need a tripod. The one I have here is the Velbon DF40. It's a cheap plastic tripod. It's a little bit different compared to the more expensive ones. I'm gonna get back to that later. Then you're gonna need 2 sets of bolts and 3 nuts. And then you're gonna need this shin. I picked mine up at the local hardware store. I think you can pick it up anywhere. It's very simple, but it comes in 2 varieties. The one with the upright down the middle here, and the one without. Make sure you get the one with the upright. The plastic piece here on the side, when I first bought it, it was loose. So what I did was I just glued it on real easy, real quick. Of course, you want to make sure when you glue this on that you have a bolt that you put in between, so you make sure that it fits. Okay. Along with this shin, there was another shin. I think it's a bottom piece. I have no idea how this is supposed to work, but I know what I'm going to use it for, which is probably a lot more exciting. The great thing about this shin is that it fits right onto here. Here we go. So the sharp viewer will have noticed that it makes a lot of noise. Don't worry about that. It's okay for now. We're going to take care of it in a little bit. Okay. Then you need a credit card and a few small plastic pieces. What I did was I took some of the things from my GoPro display box, which I already cut into pieces anyway, so I used some of that, and then an old train card or credit card, doesn't really matter. Okay, so the first thing you do is to take this shin, find a center point using your measuring device, drill a hole through it. The shin comes with pre-drilled holes, but unfortunately they're too small and they're spaced like really weird. So there's no hole in the center. Find the center, make a hole, use a nut to align so you know that your nut is going to fit in the hole without being too close to that one or this one. That's kind of important. Okay, so we've glued this one on, we made the hole, now the shin's ready. Okay, to prepare your tripod, pick up, take the head off, just unscrew it and pick it off. I mentioned earlier that this one's a bit different than the more expensive tripods, and this is because the head here, it doesn't attach with a screw like the more expensive models. I'm not quite sure how they're designed, since I don't own one. But this one just slides on top, like so. So what you do is pick it off, take the top piece that was in between, okay? Then take a drill and drill bit and bore a hole right through there, straight through the center. Okay, so to attach the shin to the tripod, take the top piece, take a bolt, take the bolt and push it through like so, down through the top piece. And for this one, on this particular model, you want to use 2 bolts because it's going to help stabilize it. Don't over tighten this, just a small twitch with a pair of pliers. You can use more fancy tools, but I'm just using what most people have at home. There you go. If you over tighten this, you're going to bend the rail, so don't. Simply just pop it in, bam, there we go. As this goes, it's a prototype, and I know it's not the most efficient way or best way to do this, but I haven't yet found the spare parts to attach this one even better, but I'll post as soon as I get something, okay? Okay, now this is done. Then you take the shin, remember the one from there, okay? Cut out a piece, well, the size doesn't really matter as long as it's not too small. You don't want to make it too long either, because if you do, for some odd reason which I haven't been able to figure out, the slide will get stuck on the rail. The best length that I've found so far is around this size, which is around, I don't know, 10 centimeters. I don't know how much that is in inches, but this big. Okay? Okay, then you take this one, turn it over, find somewhere close to the center, place your bolt here, then you just to see where you want to drill the hole. And it's important to mention, since you're working with aluminium, there can come some pretty rough edges, so always use your file on the sides and on the top. Make sure you don't, cut your fingers. To attach this one to the camera, I've taken the top plate from my tripod head. Then I take my bolt, like so, goes through there. Okay, to attach your GoPro housing to this, you'll need to have a tripod mount. If you don't have that, you can do what I did. You can just cut out the display box that the GoPro came in, just cut it out with a saw, and then super glue, epoxy glue, or instant glue a nut to the bottom. This was not my idea. I got the idea from Rambo, who's the forum manager at the GoPro user forum. I'll post a link. It's a great site. He does an awesome job. Has lots of cool ideas for mountings and stuff, so please check out the site and the forum. A lot of guys there have very nice ideas. Okay, now back to the slider. Nut is glued on. Be careful not to over tighten this, because then the nut's going to come off. This is a cheap solution. It's not the best, but it'll do. Okay, simply just screw that one on there. There we go. Okay. A lot of people have problems with vibration in the housing when using these quick release mounts. The newer GoPro model ships with the nose clamp. I just found out today what the nose clamp is for. Up until now, I've just put a couple of pieces of tape in there. Again, an idea from the GoPro user forum, so please check it out. So, just want to have this one faced the right way. There we go. Slide this one on. Like we talked about earlier, it's going to make a grinding noise. So what I did was I took a couple of pieces of leftover plastic from the GoPro housing or display box and glued to the ends. Unfortunately, the friction in this plastic is very high, meaning that the sled got stuck on the rail. So what I did was I glued on a couple of small pieces from an old train card. You can use credit card, whatever, just make sure it is expired. And this has a lot less friction. Okay, so you slide it on here, and there you go. It makes a little bit of grinding noise, and I'm gonna try and figure out some way of solving that problem, but until then this will have to do. Okay, if you're like me and you have clumsy hands and you're always in a hurry and stressing, you can use a piece of bungee cord or a rubber band or whatever you have, just to put around this one, like so. It makes it a whole lot easier to control and get a smooth movement, and it takes the jitter out of your hands, okay? Okay, I know a lot of people who are making camera sliders, they love those like slanting slides and vertical slides. I haven't figured out a way to adjust the shin yet, but what you could do is you could extend the tripod legs like so, and if you do, this one first of all secures the camera from going off the end, and it makes it a lot easier to control those slanting slides. Okay, so just to recap, you need the shin, you need a couple of nuts and bolts, and you need your tripod. Tool-wise, saw, file, pliers, drill bit, something to measure, and some glue. That's it. I think the total bill costs it's around $20 US. So it's not that expensive, and it's very good for all of us who is on a budget. Keep looking, because I'm gonna post all the modifications that I do. If I find something better that works better or something, I'll post it straight away. So keep checking it out, and until then, thanks for watching.